Kitty, I found you. What were you doing over there? Yeah, come on inside. Number one, hello, good morning. Number two, I'm aware that the cicadas are very loud. All right, I just ordered a mic for my phone, so when I'm doing things like this, hopefully it doesn't sound as bad. We don't know, so bear with me on this. Other thing, I probably look a little disheveled and red in the face, and that's because I've started working out again and trying to like take care of myself mentally and physically. And I wanted to share with you a few of the exercises that I'm doing that I think will carry over beautifully into my life, you know, fostering and trapping. Number one, always have a can of food on you just in case. I like to call this one the kitten shuffle. There's also like a 9 out of 10 chance that my neighbor's dog, who is never on leash, is gonna come join us, so welcome to the South. This exercise is for all those pesky little kittens that seem to want to run away from you that you just can't quite catch. This is what you gotta do. Famously, we can call that the cowboy shuffle. The next one you might want to start small and build up, okay? This one does require equipment, so you're gonna want to get a towel and a trap or a trap-like substance thing. This is a baby kitten trap, so it's small. Now, whenever you're doing the drop trap, if you remember, when you pull that trap, you have to run as fast as humanly possible to get to that trap so the kitty does not escape. So that's exactly what you're gonna do with this. You gotta pretend, like, ready? Oh my gosh, the trap just went. I think you get the gist of it. And then you can work up and do a bigger trap. Like this one here. And it's really important that you want to do alternating drap. You want to do alternating arms so that one side doesn't get super bulky and the other side's just like a towel dragger, okay? You got to alternate. So again, sometimes I hope you guys watch these videos and think, yeah, she's 30. Cool. No, but like for real, I've been, oh my God, that's not really what I've been doing, obviously. I've been going to the gym, trying to like take care of myself a little bit early in the morning. And then I come home and I greet everyone. Right now we have the only kitten that's like running around the main house is Puck. Puckarino and cheese is what I call him. Hi, Fufu. Some on my sweater. Yeah. Puckarino and cheese. Oh, buddy, come here. Oh, kitty. Mister Kitty. Hey, big boy. Puckarino and cheese. Puckarino and cheese. Such a big boy. Not as big as this big boy. Mr. Kitty can be really sweet, and then he'll just like turn on him. You like to bite ears. I think he has a little bit of ear envy. Yeah. I have no specific plan for today, except number one, we have a sputer day, spay and neuter day. So I'm gonna be watching those surgeries. That's what I do on spay and neuter days. I go and shadow the vet. I don't bring Shadow to the vet. She would hate that. Oh, let me show you a few other kittens that are here right now getting fixed. You guys probably remember little Beans. Show you right here, this is her and her eye issue. Her eyes look so much better. Let me show you what I mean. Puck does not like visitors. No, Puck. No, Puck. Puck, you don't like visitors. Puck. I think you pooped in your carrier. Hi, sweet girl. Look at that clear eye. Come here. Can we see your eye? Oh my goodness, come here. Look at that eye, it's clear, and the other one's clearing up as well. You're gorgeous. And this, if you remember, is Pork. Oh, don't hiss at me. His foster didn't really like the name Pork, so she renamed him Biscuit. He's now big enough to be adopted as well, so they're both up for adoption. You sure did poop on yourself. I see it on your tail. I'm gonna go feed everyone else and then clean up her tail. The other set of kittens that is here that I think you would love to see, if you remember, a few videos ago, I went trapping and we got a rare brown floof. They're here. They are also getting fixed today. They're still a bit spicy, so here, let me show you them. I believe this one up front here, the little not the tuxedo, the tabby is Roomba. And then the gray tabby is Shark. And then the goyle in the back there is Swiffer. Yeah, you guys have some stinky poop, but it's good looking poop. And they're just a bit scared and spicy. Which is fine. I love their foster because she's like fully dedicated to domesticating them. They've apparently made quite a bit of progress. They still have a bit of ways to go, but it's kind of sounding like a splatter bugle love stories happening with two of them. And then one of the other ones is starting to like come around faster. So you'll see them better at the vet, but right now they're kind of just like freaked out. So, and then we have fosters coming in at 10 to get vaccinated and a weight check and like an overall health check. Yeah, and then we go for surgery. And then after that, I don't know. Really, there's a whole day. We're not bringing in any more animals. I know that for a fact. So really, we'll just kind of see what the day brings us. It's good mornings. Iron. 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 Excuse me. Hello, would you like some breakfast? Would you like some breakfast? I just love how grumpy you look in your rainbow bed. Come on, I know you want breakfast. Come on. You are a breakfast fiend. Come here, boy. I love you. This is what actually brings him out. Iron. He's making me look like a fool. Iron, come here. It's breakfast. I think he's mad at me because I accidentally let Puck in here the other night and I didn't realize it until like a minute later when I had gone downstairs and I came back up to get Puck. And Puck was sniffing him and he was not loving it. He was just like hissing and Puck was like, hey friend, and he was like, he was not having a good time. So it's okay, I deserve it. That's okay. It's good mornings. Hello babies. Oh, gesundheit, Jasmine. Aww. Land shark. Corn on the cob and the dead of the corn bone. It's a hot dog. Hey, buddy. Spider Beach. Always does what Spider Beach wants. In the tub, on the toilet. She thinks it's all for Spider Beach. I love you, Land Shark. You get to go home on Friday, buddy. And you two get to go home this weekend. And you two get to go home as soon as your second test comes in because your parents live very close. You want some breakfast? You want some breakfast? Jasmine! Oh, you want some breakfast? Yes, she does. Okay, let's get you guys breakfast. I love you. So these little guys hung out in the garage overnight, which is like, it's not ideal, but it was probably like the most stress-free place for them because there wasn't a lot of like human comings and goings. The temperature is relatively good in here. It was nice and quiet. So they got to hang out here, but I gotta get them loaded up and get them to the vet so they can get their little bits removed. And then they can go back to their foster tonight and she can continue working on making them less spazzy. Okay, can we do this without everyone escaping? I believe this one is Roomba. Oh, we should put this next to my other picture with him. Best friends. This is Swiffer, who was like the calmest one the first time, and she just hissed and swatted at me. Good girl. Oh. We had to do the burrito special, but this one does. I was almost bad. I am a trained professional. Do not do what I do. That was very amateur. Hey, Bubba's. I know. Let's go. We've got the first group. Very scared, very spicy. And then we have these two. Biscuit. Hi. And Beans. These sweet babies. Okay. Just a quick little trip down the road. And then they will be good to go. Sweet babies. You know, sometimes I wish I could go back to like 22-year-old Mary, who was like worried that she was making all the wrong decisions and that she was very miserable and sad and didn't know what she wanted to do with her life. I wish I could let her know that one day she would have a house full of cats, applying to veterinarian school, living her best life. I hope you guys were just impressed with my backing up skills. Okay, trying to get better. Trying to not vlog and drive, so this will be at the vet. I'm so glad I got that on video.
Go over there and look at her giving her spot bath. She got her all over the side.
Oh no.
This is Swiffer.
Pork.
He likes it.
I don't think so. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He looks very upset. She's also spicy.
Yeah, she is.
Look at how nervous she is. Poor thing. Back at the veins.
Bangs.
I did that transition for nothing. Got here, and then I basically just had to like turn around and leave because I have a foster coming that I have to vaccinate her kittens. And she's gonna be early, which is great. We love that. If you're paying attention, we're now heading back to home base. But then we'll be back here later to watch surgeries. I'm thinking I might actually show a surgery, just like a spay or maybe a neuter. Really just depends on what our vet is comfortable with. So we'll see, TBD. Don't worry, I'll give you a warning if there's gonna be anything questionable. Don't worry, this isn't a main road. This is a side back behind the clinic road where if I turn too far in one direction, I will fall off a cliff, but what's life without a little danger, you know what I mean? Hello, in true form, the rest of that day I totally forgot to film, so we're gonna do a hard jump to a little discussion about Ringworm and some of the things that I was doing to help the kitties that I did have get through and over their ringworm so they could all be adopted. So hard cut to Ringworm now. Come here, my love. Thank you. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, the iron. Oh, he's such a good boy. Hello, welcome to today's video. Today, as you can tell, I look super official. Not very normal for me. Well, this isn't what you normally see from me. Welcome to Mary's Educational Corner. Today we're gonna learn about Ringworm. So, when I first had my experience, I'm gonna get this. My first experience with Ringworm was back in 2020. I got a couple kittens in. They were really sick, very skinny, and I had them in this wonderful bathroom over here. This was actually before I had any of the gym mats in the kitten room that you guys always see, and everyone's like, what are those? And I'm like, gym mats. This is why I have those. So originally that room was a guest room. It had a bed, it had like a desk in there. It was like an actual place where people could be. I don't let people in my house anymore, so we just have cats. And I got them, I don't want to say healthy, but I got them so they weren't in jeopardy of unaliving anymore. And they were starting to get better. I started to let them out and adventure in the room. And then one day I woke up and I had ringworm like all over my legs. I was like, oh no. And at this point I'd had them like 2 or 3 weeks. So that ringworm was running rampant. And these kittens, when I tell you, had bad ringworm, they had bad ringworm. One of them went almost completely bald. Here's a picture. This is Snuffleupagus. And his brother Elmo, here, also lost a lot of hair. And then their sister, Rosalita, who probably had it the least bad, still had it pretty bad. But these three were a mess. Here's what I've learned about ringworm, and I'm a very visual person, so let me show you what helped me understand the best protocols for containing and treating ringworm. Number 1, you're gonna have to go to a vet and you're gonna have to get antifungals. If you're working through a shelter, they should have antifungal oral medication on hand. Shouldn't even be an issue. We're learning kisses. The other thing that I did a lot of was the lime dips and the antifungal baths. I'm gonna be honest, I don't do those anymore. Because here's what I learned and here's why. The third thing that I learned the most about ringworm is it's all about cleaning. It is all about reducing the number of spores in the environment that can potentially infect other animals and yourself. And if you're only doing baths, which I was only doing it first because I just didn't know that I needed to also clean and sanitize the area that they were in. Otherwise they'll just keep reinfecting each other. It took about 6 months for the ringworm infection in my home to clear, which was a nightmare. So let me explain why cleaning is probably the most important thing that you can do aside from oral medication to get these kittens from state of infection to clear. Listen, if you want to do the baths, if you want to do the dips, go for it. They can be very useful. I, however, have a lot of traumatizing memories from trying to do baths with like very large cats, and it was a mess. So anyway, imagine this is your ringworm. This is your room. This is your room on ringworm. Okay, so imagine this is your room, okay? This is a normal, clean, sanitized room, okay? Let's pretend that this beautiful little kitten was exposed to ringworm about right before you got it. And as they come into your room, your house, the ringworm room, they start to show signs of an infection and start spreading spores. See that? You see the spores? Now, if you went on ahead and the moment that you realized that your kitten has ringworm and you started cleaning, you would be reducing the amount of times that a spore, and by cleaning I mean sanitizing, okay? It's very important to know the difference. We're not just cleaning to make it so it looks nice, we're sanitizing so we can kill things. But when you are sanitizing, you are reducing the amount of times that a spore comes in contact with the animals in the room, therefore reducing the amount of times it can reinfect itself, allowing the body to heal and allowing the infection to subside. So let's pretend that you're married in 2020 and you didn't know that. And every week, more ringworm spores got added to your ringworm room, and your kittens kept getting worse despite you spending a lot of time bathing and treating topically these fungal infections. I'm sorry, Iron, this is gonna be very loud. So now you have a room like this. There is no place in this room where this kitten can go that is not infected with spores, meaning that there is no chance for this body to heal because it just keeps getting reinfected with spores. Now, eventually, will the body heal? Absolutely. It absolutely will heal. Could it take 6 months to a year? Absolutely. We don't have that kind of time. But let's say it comes in with even a severe infection. Okay. And this is what you're working with at the beginning. See, quite a few. So you clean the whole room, it's sanitized, whatever. The kitten releases a few spores during the week. The amount of times it's going to interact with spores is reduced incredibly. Now, if you clean every single day, say it's clean room, they send out some spores, that's 2. The next day you clean, you take out those spores. They're running around, they're having a great time. They release some spores. Okay, no big deal. You clean the next day. Look at that, spores. We reduce spores. Now we only have 1 spore. Okay, yeah, it comes in contact still, but you keep cleaning every day. And before you know it, you have allowed your tiny kitten time to allow its body to heal itself from the infection without continually getting reinfected from the ringworm beans. I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the cleaning montage we put over this. Remember, you don't want to just clean the room. You need to clean and disinfect the room. So for me, I like to sanitize the entire ringworm space every other day. It's also very important to know that, think of it this way, anytime you go into a ringworm room, the only way things come out of that ringworm room is if they're in a bag or if they've already been sanitized. I hope all that makes sense. But basically, in order to help reduce ringworm spores in the environment and subsequently help your kittens heal from ringworm faster, clean as much as possible, sanitize as much as possible. Anyway, that is enough rambling and education. I feel like this went on way too long because organizing thoughts is not my ideal thing. I also had a different ending planned for this video, but here we are. This is the final everything of that video. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. The next few weeks are going to be a little different in terms of YouTube videos. There will still be something up. It'll just be different than my normal content. I am currently on a trip. I'm taking a break. Everything is in the hands of my wonderful friend / editor Kay. So whatever happens, it's not my fault. She's taken over. And then I will see you guys in a couple weeks back to our normal, wonderful, regular scheduled content with our sweet iron boy. Look at this boy. But until then, I love you. I appreciate you. Please take care of yourself. And I'll see you in a few weeks.